चलते हैं इस वक्त इस्लामाबाद, जहां पर सरताज अजीज मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं।
Kulbhushan Yadav, who is responsible for espionage, sabotage and terrorism in Pakistan, has been tried according to the law of the land in a fully transparent manner while preserving his rights as per the Constitution of Pakistan. Due process has been followed while proceeding against Mr. Yadav. All further action in this regard will also be taken in accordance with law. As is widely known, Kulbhushan Yadav alias Hussain Mubarak Patel, a serving commander of the Indian Navy and working with the Indian intelligence agency RAW, was apprehended on March 3, 2016 after he illegally crossed over into Pakistan from the Sarawan border in Iran. Kulbhushan Yadav was found in possession of an Indian passport issued by the Government of India on May 12, 2015 and valid until May 11, 2024. He confessed that he is a resident of Mumbai, India, still serving in the Indian Navy, and his retirement is due on 2022. He was tried by Field General Court Martial, FGCM, under Section 59 of the Pakistan Army Act 1952 and Section 3 of Official Secret Act of 1923. Mr. Yadav was provided with a legal counsel in accordance with the provision of our law. Mr. Yadav confessed before a magistrate and the court that he was tasked by the Indian intelligence agency RAW to plan, coordinate and organize espionage and sabotage activities aimed at destabilizing and waging war against Pakistan. Kulbhushan was involved in both espionage and terrorist sabotage activities, resulting in the loss of many lives and damage to property. Let me share some details of some of the terrorist activities in which Kulbhushan Yadav was directly involved. He sponsored and directed IEDs and grenade attacks in Gwadar and Turbat, directed attacks on the radar station and civilian boats in the sea opposite Jiwani port, funded subversive, secessionist and terrorist elements through Hawala Hundi for subverting the Pakistani youth against the country, especially in Balochistan, sponsored explosion of gas pipelines and electricity pylons in Sibbi and Sui areas in Balochistan, sponsored IED explosions in Quetta in 2015, causing massive damage to life and property, sponsored attack on Hazaras in Quetta and Shia Zairins en route and back from Iran, abetted attacks through anti-state elements against law enforcement agencies and frontier corps and FWO in areas of Turbat, Panjgur, Gwadar, Pasni and Jiwani during 2014-15, killing and injuring many civilians and soldiers. The court found Mr. Yadav guilty. The espionage case against Kulbhushan was tried by the FGCM and concluded under Pakistan Army Act Section 2 and Official Secret Act 1923. His sentence was endorsed on 10th April 2017. The proceeding of this case went through different stages in accordance with the legal requirements over a period of 1 year. Following is the timeline. Confessional video statement of Kulbhushan Yadav, the active RAW operative, 25th March 2016, that is 23 days after he was arrested. Initial FIR in CTD Quetta, 8th April 2016. Initial interrogation, 2nd May 2016. Detailed interrogation, 22nd May 2016. Joint investigations team constituted on 12th July 2016. Confessional statement under Section 164 Criminal Procedure Code, 22nd July. Recording of summary evidence, 24th September. First proceeding, 21st September. Second proceeding, 19th October. Third proceeding, 29th October. Fourth proceeding, 12th February 2017. That sentence endorsed on 10th April 2017. From the outset, transparency was ensured in the proceedings in the trial of Commander Kulbhushan Yadav. Following steps were specifically taken to ensure transparency under the Pakistan laws and Pakistan Army Act. His confessional statement was recorded before a magistrate under Section 164 Criminal Procedure Code. The proceedings were conducted under the law of evidence, that is Qanun-e-Shahadat 84 in the competent court. A law qualified officer was provided to defend him throughout the court proceedings. All statement of the witnesses were recorded under oath in the presence of the accused in the court. Commander Kulbhushan was allowed to ask questions from the witnesses. During the trial, a fully qualified law officer of Judge Advocate General Branch, JAG, remained a part of the court. Punishment after the trial was awarded by the highest court, by the highest forum. As per law, Kulbhushan Yadav has the following available options. He has the right to appeal within 40 days to an appellate court. He may lodge a mercy petition to the COS within 60 days by the decision by the appellate court. He may lodge a mercy petition to the President of Pakistan within 90 days after the decision of COS on the mercy petition. It should be clear from these details that Kulbhushan was tried under the law of the land in a purely transparent manner. His sentence is based on credible, specific evidence proving his involvement in espionage and terrorist activities in Pakistan. Letter of assistance requesting specific information and access to certain key witnesses was shared with the Government of India on 23rd January 2017. There has been no response from the Indian side so far to this communication. Looking at the case, I would like to India why Kulbhushan Yadav was using a fake identity impersonating as a Muslim. Why would an innocent man possess two passports, one with a Hindu name and another with a Muslim name? Since India has no credible explanation about why their serving naval commander was in Balochistan, it has unleashed a flimsy propaganda campaign. Inflammatory statements and rhetoric about premeditated murder and unrest in Balochistan will only result in escalation, serving no useful purpose. We also condemn the baseless allegations from India, especially in the light of the fact that it was non-cooperation and lack of Indian response to Pakistan requests for legal assistance, due to which consular access has not been provided to Mr. Yadav. May I mention in this context that India has not allowed consular access to many Pakistani prisoners for many years despite repeated requests. We now expect India to behave responsibly and refrain from issuing statements that will further aggravate people-to-people hostility. More active diplomacy is therefore needed to arrest the growing crisis in India-Pakistan relations before it becomes even more serious. In conclusion, I'd like to emphasize 2 points. First, all political parties are unanimous that the award of death penalty after due process and overwhelming evidence to a foreign spy who was not only carrying out subversive activities in Pakistan but actually promoting terrorism is the correct decision. Second, the whole nation is solidly united against any threat to Pakistan's security that may emerge in this context. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
और आपने इस वक्त देखा कि सरताज अजीज़ मुशीर ख़ारजा इस वक्त प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि कुलभूषण यादव पाकिस्तान की सलामती को नुकसान पहुंचाने में मुलव्विस रहा। कुलभूषण यादव पाकिस्तान को नुकसान पहुंचाने और दहशतगर्दी के मुताद्दिद वारदातों में मुलव्विस रहा। कुलभूषण के ख़िलाफ़ कानून के मुताबिक कार्रवाई की गई। कुलभूषण को कानून के मुताबिक सज़ा भी दी गई है। कुलभूषण ने दहशतगर्दी की वारदातों का एतराफ़ किया है। कुलभूषण यादव दहशतगर्दी में मुलव्विस रहा है। सरताज अजीज़ ने मज़ीद ये भी कहा कुलभूषण यादव इंडियन नेवी का हाजिर सर्विस अफसर और रॉ का एजेंट है। कुलभूषण भारतीय नेवी का हाजिर सर्विस और रॉ का एजेंट है, ये कहना था सरताज अजीज़ का। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि कुलभूषण अपनी कार्रवाइयों से पाकिस्तान में खाना जंगी चाहता था। कुलभूषण यादव अपनी कार्रवाइयों के ज़रिए मुल्क में इंतशार फैला रहा था और उन्होंने साथ साथ ये भी कहा कुलभूषण पाकिस्तान की सालमियत को नुकसान पहुँचाने का मुर्तकिब हुआ और रॉ के लिए जासूसी कर रहा था।
जी हाँ, मुशीर ख़ारजा सरताज अजीज़ जो कि इस्लामाबाद में न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा कि रॉ के लिए कुलभूषण यादव जासूसी कर रहा था। कुलभूषण को गुज़िश्ता साल मार्च में बलूचिस्तान से गिरफ्तार किया गया और कुलभूषण का कानून के मुताबिक कोर्ट मार्शल किया गया है। कुलभूषण की दहशतगर्द कार्रवाइयों में मुतादिद अफराद अपनी जान से गए और पाकिस्तान की सलामती को नुकसान पहुंचाने में वो मुलव्विस रहा है। कुलभूषण के खिलाफ कानून के मुताबिक कार्रवाई की जाएगी और अपनी कार्रवाइयों के जरिए उसने मुल्क में खाना जंगी फैलानी चाहिए।